Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bound to Talk Football. I'm Blake Walker. He's Paul Eridge. Welcome. It's Football Friday. It is week 8 of Football Friday. This is coming out on a Friday of Football Friday. We're recording this on Thursday night. Not as late as we usually do. That's the plus side. Paul, we'll speak in future terms. It's a rainy day here in central Iowa, and you're up at UNI, but rainy day on Thursday. Weather's going to be a big problem tonight.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. The teams that run the ball most likely going to have a little bit of an advantage there, or good defenses, because it doesn't matter who you are at quarterback, throwing in the rain and windy weather just sucks. So,
yeah. I will say, looking at games, I looked at the ground game because I was like, and I love the tool on Bound now. I don't know who on our staff put it in, but that meteorology thing is the best thing we've added because you can actually see. You're like, oh, 75% chance of rain. So
now all we need is a fantasy point calculator.
Yeah, we do.
Got the most fantasy points this year. That'd be sick.
Boy, you'd have to do it per class, obviously, but
yeah,
that would be sick. You imagine 8-player leagues? Oh my gosh.
That's insane. Cedar Falls Kennedy, by the way, won't be affected by this.
No rain?
No, because
I'm stupid. Yeah, okay. You're telling me? Okay.
Good game to not be affected by it.
Perfect. As we're recording this right now, Waukee is playing Des Moines Roosevelt up at MediaCom Stadium. The pictures look cool. It looks nice. Very steep bleachers, I will say that. They squeezed it in a really tight spot. But Waukee looks like they're going to win that one. We're going to go through the games this week. There's a couple more toward the top. 5A is really good this week. Next week, it's not very good. So good luck picking a game of the week. Well, I'm the one that usually does it, but we'll see what happens there. Paul and I are also going to spice something up because we wanted to make something different since the Friday episodes usually don't do as well. Why not throw in something that will make it like people can go back and listen to and just hear our debates on a couple things. Paul and I are going to talk uniforms today as well, which we don't know all the uniforms off the top of our heads, but we have phones and we can use our search engines to look at uniforms. Granted, some of them won't be updated, like your helmet might not be updated, but overall general uniforms, we're going to go head to head, who we think wins head to head like normal. And then we're going to say who has the better uniforms head to head, who wins the uniform game. So we're going to throw a little bit of a wrench into it. You guys can chime in the comments if you want. We'll start out with 5A, Paul, the game of all games, the game that everybody's been waiting for. They've had it circled since week 1. Number 1 Southeast Polk takes on number 2 Dowling Catholic. It will be raining. It's going to be very windy. I've heard that. This is it. We've been waiting for this one. It's finally here.
Yep, here it is. 2 teams that dominated kind of this year. Dowling, honestly, kind of a little bit more than Southeast Polk domination-wise, which is weird. Don't think I thought that really, but this is interesting. Obviously, the running back battle, kind of CJ Phillip versus Rashad Davis, is big, and it's kind of weird. I'd say the Rams have the edge in the quarterback battle, and then the Maroons have the edge in the running game / running back battle. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I get to call this game. I'm so excited. Biggest game I've ever called. My dad gets to call it with me, which is really cool. He gets to come up and do it with me. So excited for that. It's going to be a fun one. So I've done a lot of prep this week on this game, more prep than I usually do. And I talked with Wilson and Zelenovich yesterday. Tom is most concerned about his D-line against that Southeast Polk line. You have 3 sophomores on the defensive line for Dowling Catholic against an all-senior Southeast Polk front. He's a little worried about that. Granted, Southeast Polk or Dowling's defensive line has not been big in the tackling category. Their linebackers are where they get their tackles with Manning and whatnot. So they have weapons to get that done. But I'm excited to see how Dowling Catholic's D-line responds. I'm excited to watch Dowling's offensive line. These are the 2 best offensive lines in the state. You got Kyle Rakers on that offensive line for Dowling Catholic. He's going to be fun to watch. The running game is crucial. The couple games that I've watched Dowling or Southeast Polk play, they have shut down the running game. They have not let it really get to them at all. They shut down Waukee. They shut down Johnston. Granted, those 2 teams don't run the ball a ton. Waukee does a little bit. Prairie, kind of the same way. Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. Who are you taking, Paul? Because you're the only one that hasn't texted me your picks. So I'm gonna mentally take notes here when I.
I'll make sure to text you after this.
Okay,
But
well,
for this game, I'm going with the Rams.
okay,
And I mainly say that because I think I like what Tom's saying there. Their line's young, and Southeast Polk's O-line has just been mean all year. They're like the best O-line in the state, and CJ Phillips capable. But I also like their passing attack. I know it's gonna be bad weather, but I think that's important too. Just being able to threaten throwing the ball. So that's my pick. Rocking with the Rams.
I think I'm thinking long game here in a way. I think Dowling Catholic wins tomorrow night. I am the only one on our staff that thinks Dowling Catholic's going to win tomorrow night. Everybody else has picked Southeast Polk. I'm going to go with the elements. I think the elements are a big factor of it. Rashad Davis is a different back. Southeast Polk hasn't seen a back like Rashad Davis. They've seen a couple good ones, but they haven't seen Rashad Davis yet. They haven't played against an O-line this well. By far, have not played against an O-line this well. Draven Woods is going to be a huge factor in this game for Southeast Polk. He's been a pain in Dowling's side the last couple years, and Tom made sure of that, and he said it when I talked to him yesterday. I know that Cataldo hasn't done much, but he hasn't been asked to do much. I think that last week, Southeast Polk could prepare for a running back that was really good at running, and then a quarterback that would occasionally scramble. Waukee did that decently well. Dowling has a running back that has 18 touchdowns on the year and over 1,000 yards, and a quarterback that can take off and run at times. I'm not saying Dowling's going to go out here and blow them out, but I just like Dowling to win this thing. It's going to be really close. I can't go against the Maroons. I get Southeast Polk's beating them up the last couple of years, but I just feel like something's different. Now, I say the long game because I think Dowling wins tomorrow night, but I think Southeast Polk gets them if they rematch later in the season. But yeah. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game. I do think the elements will play a factor for Southeast Polk just a little bit more, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope it's a great game. I hope.
My big worry is that we know Southeast Polk's secondary hasn't been as great this year, and I don't think Dowling really has
it's not a crazy attack
ability to threaten that. Yeah, they have good wide receivers. I've talked about that all year. Curtis Horace and Trey Wilson and all them, and Will Reifker.
They're not tall. When I was doing the stats this week, they're not a tall wide receiver group. I can tell you that.
Yeah. I think that Dowling has to kind of rely on going into the teeth of Southeast Polk's running defense to really take this one in. This is a Southeast Polk team that's racked up 47.5 tackles for loss this year.
That's the big stat that really.
They get Dante into some throwing downs where it's 3rd and 13 and they have to throw the ball. I think that's where it gets suspect, especially with the bad weather. So,
and Dowling has the good thing is for both these two teams, you've had 7 weeks of film to watch. So Dowling's known what did Centennial do right and what did Johnston do right. Mm-hmm. Southeast Polk's gone and looked at what did Centennial do right and what did Kennedy. What did Kennedy do right?
Valley, honestly, too. Valley.
Yeah, same. So, I mean, that's just kind of how I look at it. But it's going to be a phenomenal game. What do you think? Are we looking at a under 20 game, or are we looking 30s, whatever?
I think the elements are going to make it kind of a bad scoring game. Yeah. I'd go in the 20s.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
20s. This game is weird because there's times where it's that Hail Mary game, I guess it was 13-7.
Yeah,
it was basically an Iowa versus Wisconsin type game.
Yeah,
but then these past couple matchups it's been 38-24, so they've been scoring. Be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Bettendorf, number 3 Bettendorf takes on number 9 Prairie. Another good offense goes against another good Bettendorf defense. I like the Bulldogs in this one. I'm sorry, we almost completely missed on what we were going to do, Paul. Thanks for catching that for me. I could just tell in your look in your eyes. I knew. Let's talk uniforms for a second. We're going to do this. I promise we're going to do this. Southeast Polk, luckily you and I, 5A, we both know them. Southeast Polk, classic uniforms, all black with the gold. We went long on this game, by the way, but it's okay because it's the best game of the year. All black. Sometimes bring out the gold pants. Not always. I like them. They're not bad.
Right.
Dowling Catholic is the most standard program you've ever seen. It's maroon.
Yeah,
maroon on white. And then aren't the road white on maroon?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have all whites, I'm pretty sure, too. I don't know
Well,
why.
they haven't brought those out. They're a run of the mill type team, I guess.
Yeah. But I definitely would go with the Southeast Pokes here.
I'm gonna go more classic. I love Dowlings. I think
Really?
Dowling. It's just a classic look. I mean, it's just like what's really bad is when Southeast Polk wears white on yellow on the road. That doesn't
Yeah.
look. But granted, I'm a Hawkeye fan saying that, but that's just different. Southeast
They're all
Polk's
blacks.
yellow is a
They're
live.
all blacks are sick.
They are very nice.
And they're
Imagine.
all white more because they're all whites are sick.
I guess while we're on it, we can also talk concepts if we want. What do you think of like a Southeast Polk, not yellow helmet, but like a white helmet?
Be sick.
That'd be
I'm
cool.
like, oh my god, white helmets are sick.
But like Dowling, I could never see him wear have a maroon helmet.
No, yeah, I can.
I would like to see
Dowling
maroon
needs
pants.
blackouts.
Oh, Dowling blackouts.
That'd be scary.
We don't talk about Iowa City High here, but Iowa City High would win easily because Iowa City High's blackouts are like the coolest uniforms ever. But yeah, so cool. Bettendorf versus Prairie. We'll kind of go through these quicker because I think our uniform combinations might be better conversation. Bettendorf Prairie, Paul. Good offense versus a good defense. Bettendorf recovers well after the Cedar Rapids Kennedy lost a couple weeks ago, but Prairie's a good team.
Yeah, I think I like Prairie in this one.
I like Bettendorf because I watched Prairie and they're good, but I don't think they're that good.
They have against the best team in the state. To be fair.
Well, that's true, but I will say they have some studs. I will say that.
Casey Kelly will be big in this one. Apollo Payne as well.
Whoa, it's in Prairie, isn't it? All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Give me.
And I think the weather's big here.
I think it is. It's going to be. There's two systems going through. There's a system in the morning, and then there's a system in the afternoon that will linger into the evening. Meteorology. I think, it's going to be there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, definitely for sure. I like this Prairie team just because they can throw the ball a little bit, which is definitely not normal. It hasn't been like that ever. So I don't know. I like Prairie. I have a gut feeling about this one. I think Bettendorf kind of got humbled a little bit with that Kennedy game. So
it'll be a good game. Uniform wise, this isn't even close. This is Prairie by a mile.
Oh, really?
What? Have you seen Prairie's helmet?
No, Prairie's helmet's sick.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's go full, I guess. They have two combos. Remember that. Remember they have the black and pink combo, which I don't think they've worn yet this year. This might be a week that they wear it, unless they got rid of them. But they had a pink out version that was black faded into pink. Their helmets are the coolest thing in the world. I mean, there's just no other way around it. It's not the logo. It's just like it's eagle eyes.
Wait, is it?
That's a Hawkeye. Sorry, it's two eyes on a hawk, and then it fades from like orange to black to white, or just orange to white. Either way, a fade on a helmet. Like, are you kidding me? That's I'll take it.
Fades on helmets are sick for sure. I actually think it's close. I like Betts. I just like the black and yellow combo, and I think they used to wear these cool like texture unis. I don't know if they even wear them anymore, but
the like camo ones.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know if it was camo. It was something like that.
That's the thing. When we get lower, are we going to count camo uniforms? Because some of these teams have
I don't really like camo unis that much. So.
Oh, man. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, number 5 Kennedy takes on number 11 Cedar Falls. This is in the Unidome. As Paul said, that's the best news Cedar Rapids Kennedy could hear. Give me Kennedy.
Yep, I like Kennedy in this one as well. I think this is going to be a big game for Cedar Falls to kind of reclaim themselves as a team that can compete with the top dogs, because for the most part against the top dogs this year, they've been lackluster. Centennial ran them out of the gym. Prairie beat them week 1, and they barely lost at PV, so congrats on them. But
if they lose, aren't they 4-4?
Yeah, I think they're fine RPI-wise, though.
I think they'll get in. It's just might be a difficult team.
Yeah. Good defense. Supposed to be a good defense. They've got names on the D-line and a good O-line. They've got a lot of recruits. This would be a top 3 O-line for me for sure, Sioux Falls. But Kennedy, that passing attack, and they can also run the ball a decent amount. So
I'm going to go Kennedy uniforms as well. I like the green.
Cedar
Falls, I don't think has really done much. It's a pretty standard.
Cedar Falls is the Dowling.
It's just which they don't need to, and that's fine. But Kennedy, I just like the green. It really glows in the night. I mean, it's
good all blacks too.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have all blacks. Oh, that's nice. Number 6, Ankeny takes on number 20, Valley. It can't be said easier right now. This is must win for Valley. The Tigers have to win. Ankeny looking good here as of late. I'm going for the upset. Give me Valley. I think Valley covers here at home. I don't know what the spread is, but I think they cover home field advantage, and I think Valley stays alive and defeats Ankeny at home. If this is on the road, I think the other way, but I think Valley Stadium is going to be rocking, and it's in the elements. And Ankeny is not. Yes, they've run well with Henkes, but
And Larned, they got 2.
yeah, but you're not going to be able to go up to Acres a ton. So I like Damon Head and everyone else on the ground for Valley. This is going to be a really close game, I feel like, but give me Valley. Take the Valley Tigers.
For me, this is a very tough game. That BC Moore, if you're into that, has a 50% spread, like 50-50. Wow. It's under a point spread. I don't know. This is very tough. I like Ankeny's offense better than Valley's offense, but I like Valley's defense a lot better than Ankeny's defense. So this is a 50-50 game for me. I'm gonna I kind of like the upset here with Valley just because they're playing like for their season. This is a playoff game for them, and they're at home. I'm assuming it'll be big environment, but I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Valley there, but this is as close to a 50-50 as you can get.
This is a 50-50 uniform matchup, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah.
So
I have my pick. I don't know if you want to talk.
I think I'm going to go Valley.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. Ankeny has kept white helmets forever. Like, I wish the helmets could change or were different colors, because the white on double yellow looks terrible, because I just like having a little bit of red in there. Now, the all reds are really nice, but I hate it when it's white helmet, red jersey, yellow pants. It's like, what?
We never wear that. We never wear that. We wear it once against them.
What's their home jersey? Like, what's their standard home jersey?
I'd say our standard home was a white helmet, maroon, and then white.
Okay.
Pants, which I think is our best combo.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but the yellow just.
White, but that's if you're from Ankeny, that's unlucky when we wear all.
Do you like the all yellows?
They're all right. They hold a special place in my heart because that's when we won the ship with them.
That is true. Then they wear all yellows again. Was it against Dowling or was it against?
I'm pretty sure we wore all yellows every single game. No, we were for the dome. We wore those.
Okay.
Against the playoffs.
Have they ever done yellow top, maroon bottom?
No, they haven't. They've done. I think it was yellow bottom, top against
the all whites are always clean, so we can't ever go against all whites because all whites look clean every time.
Yeah, but I like Valley's more.
I don't like Valley's orange uniforms this year.
No, I agree. I don't like those. I kind of didn't like that they did that. I like their white on white and their black on white. Obviously, it's like their only combos. But
the Eli Raritan era.
They're sick. Ankeny, I think, is more variety. They were switching up more, it works. It's kind of a classic too, like they dynasty type thing too. Yeah, that's a tough combo because those two would beat like most of the schools.
I was gonna say that's a good uni matchup. Yeah. Number 16 Urbandale takes on number 17 Johnston. Urbandale's had a good season. I don't think they beat Johnston. Yeah, Urbandale's got a pretty young core though. Keep an eye on them in the next couple of years, but I think they're hungry. Ever since that Southeast Polk loss. It's in Johnston. Give me the Dragons.
Yeah, I think there's only so much running the ball you can do. This year they have 1 passing touchdown and 7 interceptions. That's Urbandale, by the way.
Now I wonder, who does Urbandale play their last game of the season? Because technically maybe they could lose this and still get in. You never know.
I'll double check right now.
The way their RPI has been, I mean, they're playing decent.
Yeah, Centennial. That's brutal.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, so kind of a playoff game here. I think Johnston knows that, and they're in that kind of that playoff mode at this point. They have to win. So give me the Dragons.
These two uniform-wise, I'm going to go with Johnston just because Urbandale's colors just have never done it for me.
They have like okay unis.
Have they changed much since Alan Lazard was there?
No, they haven't changed a bit. I'd go with Johnston because they have variety. They have blackouts. The purples are clean.
Yeah.
And the whites are obviously clean. So
Johnston, another school that does not lean into one of their colors. Their colors are gold, purple, and black. They do not lean into the gold, whereas Waukee kind of does a little bit. Waukee's gone real black heavy the last couple seasons, especially in football. We're only talking about football, but Johnston just doesn't go with the gold with the Dragons. So that's kind of an interesting one. But yeah, we both agree. Both Johnston. Number 7, Northwest takes on number 10, Centennial. This is a phenomenal game. Winner most likely gets home field advantage. Loser, if Northwest loses, they might still get it. If Centennial loses, they will not get home field advantage. But if Centennial wins, they should get home field advantage. Jags have looked good. I mean, they're the best 3-loss team in the class, by far. By far the best 3-loss team. They've hung with Dowling. They've hung with Southeast Polk, and they almost beat Ankeny if it wasn't for a wild overtime. Northwest, good team. Almost lost to Valley. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Crushed Ottumwa last week. That's my thing. Northwest has played a little bit easier of a schedule. I don't think it helps them to play these teams. So I'm going with Centennial.
Yeah, for me, this is tough because Waukee Northwest every year I doubt them in this game and they come out and just tear them apart. They're usually more physical, but this year I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna be psychotic and just keep repeating my behavior and go with the Jaguars. And I think that because this is a senior-led core, literally all seniors are like captains. They've got their guys. I think they need this win. Like this is they don't want to play. I know we say like that's a scary team to play. They don't want to be in the position where they play like a Dowling or a top team to start their years.
Well, and the funny thing is, if the playoffs started today, this would have been the matchup because it's 7-10. So I think Waukee Northwest turns the ball over a lot. They haven't as much the last couple of weeks, but the weather is not going to help it. So I think the Jags get on top. This is pretty easy. I think Centennial's uniforms are better. I've loved it since the rebrand. Ever since they got rid of the maroon stripe, I've never understood why maroon was thrown in there in their school colors. I think maybe they're still in there, but ever since they went to the solid black helmet, and then is it always black or yeah, it used to be silver.
I miss their silver uniforms.
The silver ones were good. I just think the uniforms are a little bit better. Northwest has good ones, but they're the same thing. White helmet. Usually the blue is fine, but they don't usually go all blue.
They go black a lot. They have black unis.
Yeah, they do. They do go black on white. Give me Centennial. I think Centennial's jerseys are just a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Centennial. I think the Waukee ones are too like simplistic.
Which maybe it's because when they came out of the gates as a school, they didn't want to go too overboard, and then they just change it. I think I'd love to see a blue helmet. I doubt it would ever happen. I think they need to lean into the gray more. Like white's good, but your colors are blue and gray, so maybe go gray instead of white. Just change up a couple things, but. You got money. Money's not an issue. So make some adjustments, man. That's our Class 5A. That took 23 minutes. So for the rest of the
easily the most loaded.
Well, that's true. That's true. The rest of the games aren't as many, but we'll still keep rolling along. 4A, Class 4A. Number 3, Lewis Central takes on number 7, Norwalk. Norwalk's way too high in the RPI, man. That's just me. I think RPI-wise, Norwalk's way too high. Lewis Central has 2 losses, but they were forever ago, and they're to good teams. They've beat ADM, granted, didn't have Brevendal. I think Lewis Central gets away pretty easily.
Yeah. Lewis Central's starting to get going. Their past 3 wins have just dominated every single game. Schedule's a little bit lighter, but still.
Norwalk just turns the ball over so much.
Yeah, Norwalk does turn the ball over, and, they've slipped up a little bit. That ADM game is disgusting. They should not have gotten beat that bad. And DCG's rough. So, big game for Norwalk. Like, if they win this game, they're back in.
That's a top 5 team.
Yeah, they're back in the combo. They're at home. Bad weather, though, for me, leans to Lewis Central. Because Norwalk loves to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And that running game is averaging 3 yards a carry.
Not great.
So, not good.
Not great. I will give the uniform battle to Norwalk, though. Norwalk has changed their uniforms a lot in the last couple of years, but they've gone to that more royal Gothic look like Northwestern does.
Yeah.
Randomly. But I like the tan. It stinks that they took the tan out of the logo when they changed the logo, kind of changing up the Warriors aspect. But I like the purple. It's a dark, dark purple. The tan really stands out. I will say Lewis Central's got some sick uniforms with the LC on the side and the light blue. But yeah, I'll give it to Norwalk.
Yeah, I like Norwalk's quite a bit better. I think Lewis Central has some potential. I feel like Lewis Central, I like their unis because it's Lewis Central.
Classic.
Yeah, it's like their dynasty type vibe. They seem intimidating.
Classic.
I like the numbers on the side of the helmet too.
Those are right. Do you like numbers on the side of the helmet in general?
Yeah, I'm okay with them.
I've always thought it's like, it's all right. I just feel like it's wasted potential. I just want to see the logo on both sides of the helmet, but maybe that's just me. Number 9, Decorah takes on number 2, Western Dubuque. The Bobcats, man, nobody's really talking about them, and it stinks because their only loss is to Xavier. They're just a phenomenal football team. Decorah lost last week to Marion, who Western Dubuque destroyed. Give me the Bobcats easily here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Western Dubuque as well. I do want to see them get some tackles for loss this game. They've 19, I think, total in the year, and this Decorah team runs the ball quite a bit. So that's going to be the key for this game. Bad weather too, but I mean, Grant Glazer's been ridiculous. They've got Brock Carpenter too, and the receiving game. I like Western Dubuque here. They're also at home. So
yeah, that's a big one. Uniform wise, I had to look up Decorah's here real quick because I think I knew what they were, but then I had to look just to confirm. I'm going to go Western Dubuque. I just like the red and white. They also have like a black option, I think. Decorah's is just the red and blue is just a weird color combo. I mean, it's basically
red and blue.
What's up?
I never really liked red and blue. I know it sounds so not patriotic, but
it's
on like a uniform. It looks
in their helmets. I mean, it's just a Viking. It's just the Viking horn on the side. The red and blue it doesn't do it to me. But the blue is
bright blue. Like a lighter blue with red does not look good. A navy blue with red looks good.
If they would have, that's what I was just about to say. If they darken the blue, I think it's all really good. Mm-hmm. Just the fact that it's, a light blue. Now, if they would have gone red helmet, all blue, I thought that would have been cool. Go blue pants, red stripe, fine. But yeah, I like Western Dubuque just a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
We're the same on that one. Number 1 ADM takes on number 15 Indianola. I have not heard anything about Aiden Flora, but he did just commit to Iowa State today. Congratulations, King. We'll see if he's healthy. If he's not, this could be a game. But we're just going to go in and say he is healthy, and I think ADM gets away. But I wonder if he's limited. That's just my thing. I think it'll be a closer game. Indianola is a must-win, so they might be in must-win mode. But I like the Tigers to hang on here, barring the health of Aiden Flora.
Yeah, I like ADM here. Obviously, it's if Aiden Flora is back. If Aiden Flora is not on the team, if
Aiden Flora is not back, I think Indianola wins this game. Yeah.
I think that would suck because holy cow, ADM. Talk about a team that's been ravaged by injuries. Brevin Dahl and Aiden Flora. That's literally two guys. That's like two top players in 4A. So that would suck. But if Flora's playing, I got ADM winning pretty handily. I was watching his tape today. It's just so much faster than anyone else on the field.
Yeah.
Like 100% of the time. Uniforms.
Yeah, uniforms, ADM.
Yeah.
Clearly. They have a black option. They have a red option. They have black pants. They have red pants. They have a helmet that is like, I think, does their helmet can change. They have a dark tiger logo, and then they have the red tiger logo.
I think ADM's up there in the best unis of the state, and I love the logo. They've got one of the best logos in the state.
They might have like 4 different decal options on the helmet because there's the tiger head, and then there's the tiger body, which I've seen with they're the head with the body. So I'm not sure, but I swear they've gone all 4, and they have like a blackout. So the tiger is the decal's black. So when you catch it in the light, I don't know. You're totally pulling up pictures right now, but I just think it's just a good combination. They clearly have gone all out on that side.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. They also got numbers on the side of the helmet.
Yeah, there's a couple on there that just look phenomenal. The all reds are my favorite. I like the all red uniform.
Yeah, all reds are sick. I like their all blacks. I even like their white with red.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Good job, ADM. Go ADM.
It looks phenomenal. Man, it looks good. I'm biased because I love the color red, but black and red is just phenomenal. Number 4, Bondurant takes on number 16, Pella. The Blue Jays get another tough test. The Dutch, I think, have to win this game to stay in playoff contention. They could still spoil a playoff possible team in Gilbert next week, depending on what happens. But I think it's in Bondurant. I'm not entirely sure. But Titus Cram, we posted about him today. He's just been everywhere.
Oh, it's at Pella, by the way.
It's
Sorry.
at Pella.
I didn't mean to.
Screw it. Give me the Dutch.
Whoa.
They've done it once. They've beaten a top team before.
They have.
I get it. It's too good passing, or it's too good running attacks in the elements. But Pella's done it once. Why not? Why not do it again?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Blue Jays here. I think they've been kind of caught their stride after that brutal loss against Newton, right? It was Newton.
No, Bondurant lost to North Pole.
North Pole got to with Black.
And that was in week one. They've really caught their stride since week one.
Yeah, they really have gotten going. They've got big wins, too, along that stretch.
Yeah.
I think this is a game where they're not going to really get caught sleeping because I think Pello, that Xavier win, not to sleep on them.
Yeah.
It is worrying me that it's on the road, and weather always makes, like, the better team, I feel like. For some reason, the weather just sometimes gets screwed over.
Yeah. Uniform-wise, Pella did kind of change their uniforms. Pella had the classic, like, Cedar Rapids, Washington one where they just put Dutch on the side with, like, a stripe underneath it. Pella wins my classic, but does Bondurant have blue tops, or is it always black?
No, they have blue tops.
Okay, give me Bondurant.
No, Bondurant is mine. I really like the blue. I just think Toronto Blue Jays, too, whenever I think of brown.
They got black pants, too. They've done blackout before.
Yeah, no, they do. I feel like they do blackout all the time.
Yeah, I swear in every photo it's the black uniform.
Yeah.
But no, give me Bondurant.
Yep.
For the uniform, give me Pella in an upset. Why not? Number 17, Newton takes on number 8, Gilbert. The Tigers will try not to slip again after getting beat up by Bondurant. Newton, winner of 2 straight. They're starting to figure things out. This is in Newton. Give me the Cardinals. I think the Newton Cardinals get past Gilbert. I get that everyone's against Gilbert again, but I still think Newton's the better team.
Yeah, I'm going Newton as well. This is a playoff game for like both teams.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say, Gilbert being 6-1, but I think it's big. I think it's at noon. Yeah, it is at noon. Yeah, give me noon. I think they played better against certain teams. I will say go Gilbert, I guess. Just prove people wrong because they've gotten hated on all season.
Yeah. Well, it's like we've said, I'm 80% sure if they lose out here, they're not making it. So, or it's going to be really close if they get in. Let's just say that. So, uniform-wise, give me the Cardinals as well. Newton was pretty simple for a couple years, and then like 2 years ago, they dove back into the 90s look when they were a dynasty and said, we'll bring that look. And they brought back the old Newton Cardinal logo, and they brought back black tops, red bottoms. Newton wins this by a landmark, which Gilbert, I'm pretty sure, just has all black for home and then black and white on the road. I'm pretty sure it's only 2.
Yeah, I'm so far leaning Newton. I haven't seen Gilbert. They're decent. Those are pretty cool, too.
All blacks?
Yeah, the close one besides like Ankeny Valley.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Newton. I like the older look, the 90s.
Yeah. Go Cards. See how we do on Friday night. Gilbert trying to keep things rolling or keep it up. Down to Class 3A. Number 6, Nevada takes on number 2, Creston. Nevada coming off a huge win against the Harlan Cyclones. Creston has just kept their train rolling. They haven't played the best schedule. If you look at it, their best win is Lewis Central. But this one is in Creston. Nevada has to try to re-catch themselves after an emotional win last week. I said I'm not giving up on them, and I'm not. Nevada wins this game.
I'm going to go with Creston, and I actually was going to pick Nevada like this.
Nevada, come on.
Flipped up there this entire week. But I think that was an emotional kind of big win for them, and I think Creston's had time to kind of prepare for this after that Harlan game. Got 2 weeks of kind of opponents, so I think Creston. I think Kel Turner's gonna be big in this one, but it's gonna be a good game. Great
Should
game.
be a
I
phenomenal.
do think Cubs having to go on the road is kind of.
It worries me because Nevada went on the road to a big environment. It wasn't really even a big environment, but went to Hampton Dumont Cal and just did not look like themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But Creston home games, based off Cade's video, they're going to have fireworks ready. They're going to have all this stuff ready. Creston's going to bring out all the stops for this one. I think it should be a fun one. This is a tough uniform battle for me. I like Nevada's look. It's just pretty simple. It's white, purple, white, and it's white, white, white on the road. Creston's black on red. I think they can do all white, and then I think maybe they have a couple others. I'd have to look that up. I'm going to lean. I said I liked red and black, but I like Nevada's look. I'd love to see Nevada bring out like gold pants or something, which they probably have in the past, but I'm going to lean Nevada in the uniform category.
I'm going with Creston. I'm sick of my red and black. I think they got sick unis.
All blacks.
I think whoever wins this is like my team in 3A.
Really? Over Solon?
It's close between.
Over Solon and Williamsburg?
I'd go over Williamsburg, Creston over Williamsburg if they won.
Boy, we have turned on Williamsburg. What in the world happened?
I mean, losing your QB1 and having to throw an athlete out there.
I mean, I guess, but I went back and watched our Dome episode. It's not that bad, but like we went
like there's no way they don't.
We said there's no way. Of course, I look up Nevada football and it comes out with Nevada, so whatever. I know what Nevada looks like. See how that one goes. That'll be such a phenomenal game. That's one of our games of the week. Clear Lake takes on Humboldt. Number 1 Clear Lake takes on number 13 Humboldt. Paul, this is upset alert territory. Yeah, I know Clear Lake's been good, but keep an eye on this Humboldt team. 4-3 record, but they have the best opponent record in Class 3A.
Yeah, this is my upset pick.
All right.
My West Lion, but that's literally two like juggernauts going at it. So I don't know how I feel about calling those upsets. I pick Humboldt in this one. I think the weather is a big factor. It's going to be bad weather, and Humboldt likes to make games just terrible. They just like to make games ugly.
Yeah.
And they'll be at home. This is a big game. If Humboldt wins, I feel like it's a huge statement. Clear Lake's kind of limped their way, kind of.
Not really.
Shell Rock, 3-point win. Webster City, the weirdest game ever, 10-2. Algona, 29-28. Hampton, Dumont. That's kind of their state. Finally got going in the blowout department, but they only won by 14 or 15 points. So,
yeah, I think Clear Lake hangs on. I think this will be another Clear Lake might be the Vikings of last year. They'll win the close games. We'll see what happens in the playoffs, but I think they're together. I think they have a good team. Humboldt, I'm pretty sure it's the quarterback is the leading rusher, also the leading passer. So sometimes that works for teams, sometimes it doesn't. Is it Matson? Is that their?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matson, big game for him. Like you said, the weather's not going to be great. I like the Lions again, just by a little bit, but I'm telling you what, this is the upset game. And you're right. I mean, if there's going to be an upset, it's going to be right here between Humboldt and Clear Lake. Clear Lake, give me the Lions in the uniform category as well. I like the all blacks. The trim of gold. I think they have camo uniforms because I swear I've seen them have camo uniforms.
Yeah, I'm going with Clear Lake as well.
Humboldt's a weird blue on yellow. Yeah. It's a weird blue on yellow, but I mean, it's good. It's just, I'll give the Lions the advantage there. My boys, my number 14th ranked Grinnell Tigers take on number 4 Williamsburg. The Raiders going to try to recover against Grinnell in a game that is a must win for Grinnell. They can afford to lose this, and then they'll be right on the cutoff, and then they'll probably have to beat Fairfield and have to sweat it out on Saturday morning or whatever the RPI releases. Williamsburg, it's basically how do you respond after you just lost Solon? And are you healthy?
They got to figure out QB1. I don't know what's going on with that. Obviously, could be an injury. I think this will be a bloodbath, though. Williamsburg.
It sets up well. I mean, Grinnell's defense gave up 40 to Solon, gave up 41 to Bondurant, something like that. So, I mean, it's not a great defense. They do have some kids up on the line, which can make plays. I think Grinnell's quarterback, Brady Coffin's the leading passer in that district. He's thrown for over 1,000 yards. So, but the weather is going to be tough on Grinnell. and they don't really have much of a running game at all. And Grinnell has played from behind a couple times this season. They played from behind against Benton. You can't play from behind against Williamsburg. I think the Raiders take care of business here and get back on track.
Yeah.
And I will, though, give Grinnell the uniform advantage. I like the red and black, but I'm biased. Okay. I grew up with the black and orange, and I like Grinnell has their logos or their decals are a different type of decal. Like it's a different shimmery look in the decal. I like the black on orange. They had all oranges that they played for one game, and then they realized they kind of sucked, but they haven't bought those back out. But I like Grinnell's uniforms just a little bit better. And I know that's so crazy.
I think this is a wash. I think Williamsburg has like the best unis in 3A probably.
Are the red ones this year? They gotta be new. They look like they're new.
No, they're new, but they also have those blacks and they look good in whites.
They wore all blacks at the Dome last year, and I was so mad. I'm like, come on, guys. You guys got red ones. Like, what do you just not want to wear them? Or like,
I think that was fine. They looked sick.
Well, I'll be biased. I'll go with Grinnell. Number 9, Algona takes on number 10, Webster City. Alex Minsky, that's all I have to say. Algona wins this game.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a problem here for Webster City and the fact that this isn't going to be one in the trenches.
I will say, I think this is a high-scoring game.
Yeah, it's a legit quarterback that can throw and run. Porter Reffer's been elite all year. We haven't talked enough about him. He's got 823 receiving yards this year and 7 touchdowns. Big thing for me is that it's kind of a 2 different styles of play. If Algona can air it out, I know the weather's going to be bad. I've been talking about that this entire time. The weather's going to make it bad. But I like Algona in this game. I think this is going to be a decent game. I just think Jackson Cherry's going to have a problem making plays on defense when they're just airing it out.
Yeah, I think so too.
And you
uniform though,
you gotta be able to throw the ball a little bit for me to like pick you up in these games.
Uniform wise though, I think I'm gonna give it to Webster City. I like the black. I like the all black. It's a matte black. That's the big one. It's a matte finish on their helmet. I've always liked the WC logo instead of the Lynx. It's a good uniform combination with the purple and the like darkish tan. I said that for Norwalk. Algona kind of rebranded this year because the A on the side of their helmet is something new. You don't usually see that logo.
Yeah. This one's close for me. I kind of like Algona's, and Webster City's like the exact same. The blackouts are cool, but I don't think that's enough for me to just say they have blackouts, so they're better. I do like Algona's little rebrand they've been doing.
I'm looking up Algona's right now just so I can look. Yeah. The red on white, all whites, just a pretty standard uniform. So, yeah, I'll give it to Webster City. Last one in 3A, number 8, Independence takes on number 17, West Delaware. Here's my upset. I think the Hawks. I think the Hawks get past Independence here. I think Independence is a team. It's good that they're in top 8. I just think West Delaware, despite losing last week to Wahlert, I think they recover well and can get a win here. Trying to get back to the playoffs. They're motivated. They have to win this game to keep alive.
Mm-hmm. This game's close. It is at West Delaware. That's big for me. I don't really have a strong lean towards this game. You're going upset kind of, right?
Yeah, I'm going West Delaware.
I don't know. I think I give it to Independence here. They're going on the road, though. Both played close games against Wahlert if you're going to do the comparison game. But I'm going to stick with Independence here.
Uniform-wise, I give it to West Delaware. Independence really hasn't changed the uniforms in a long time. It's just a simple maroon helmet and then white, all white, or it's maroon, white. Not really anything crazy. I like West Delaware's helmets. I think they're so sick. West Delaware has really good helmets. Mm-hmm. Uniforms are cool. They can go orange or black and then white pants. I just like that West Delaware look.
Yep, I'm with you. West Delaware's look is better.
Central Lion and West Lion, we go to Class 2A, the Beef Bowl. The Lions, both Lions, and then the Wildcats and Lions. I'm not getting off the Central Lion train. I think the offense is really good, even, phenomenal. Vanderzee, very good. I think Central Lyon takes care of business against a very good defense. This will be the closest game they played all year, but I think Central Lyon takes care of business.
Yeah, for me, the big thing here is can West Lyon's offense just keep up? That defense is going to do what they need to do. They're going to limit them a little bit compared to what Central Lyon normally is. Just if that offense can get going, because offensively, West Lyon hasn't been anything that crazy this year. But defensively, that's where they've been winning games. Got 16 total turnovers this year. I picked the West Lyon in this game. Kind of an upset pick there because Central Lyon literally hasn't lost a game in what? Like 17 games, 16 games.
It's over that. It's probably like 21, 22 straight games now.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know. It's tough. Weather sucks in this game. It's going to be in the 50s with a rain. It'll be interesting. But I like West Lyon here.
Paul's going with the upset. Uniform-wise, Central Lyon. West Lyon is a very bare bones type team when it comes to their uniforms, but I like the Central Lyon. The all purple and gold looks so good. I will say they put a little too many stickers on their helmets sometimes. That kind of, I'm like, okay. But I love Central Lyon's look. Only they're one of the teams that I'm like, the numbers on the helmet look really good.
Yeah, Central Lyon uniform clears. They're purple.
Looks phenomenal.
Perfect purple color. Plum.
Yeah, it is. There are good purples and there's bad purples. That's a good purple color. 5-2 Southeast Valley takes on 5-2 Kemper Catholic. Crucial district matchup. Going to get down here. A lot of these lower games in the lower classes are good district matchups. I like Kemper in this one just because they've won, I think, 5 straight. 5 straight after starting 0-2. They've really gotten things figured out. Southeast Valley is a good team. They've just slipped up here a little bit. I like the Kemper offense here in this one.
Yep, I'm going with Kemper as well, and that's mainly because it's as simple. Southeast Valley played against Des Moines Christian, lost 52-12. Catholic played against Des Moines Christian, and then won 61-7. So that's my comparison. And Kemper Catholic beat Roland Story 42-7. Southeast Valley lost to Roland Story 2014. So just supports.
I will say, uniform-wise, it's close for me. I think Kempers are really good. I forgot Southeast Valley won a title a couple years ago. But I'm going to give the advantage to Kemper. Yeah, I like the teal. I like the teal look for Southeast Valley. I just think the uniforms for Kemper of the red and gold are just really good.
I'm going Kemper as well. I think the teal just gives me like if I was creating a Madden uniform and and it's
not like the Dolphins teal. It's a little bit more of a harsher teal.
It is it's like teal.
We become true artists today in this episode.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us talk about colors. Speaking of the team that they ironically beat in that championship game, Waukon 4-3 takes on 3-4 New Hampton. If you remember, Paul, this was the district that Waukon is leading at 4-3, and everybody else is 4-3, 3-4, 3-4. This district's going to be insane, and 4 teams make it. So I guess it's not a must-win for New Hampton, but I guess it kind of is. Read me some of the stats about this game.
New Hampton hasn't beat Waukon since 2016.
Okay.
That's crazy. Overall, my big thing is Waukon beat Osage and New Hampton lost to Osage by 40 about. So
give me Waukon.
Sticking with Waukon here. It is at New Hampton.
I need to look at
give us an upset here.
I think let me look. I'm finding their uniforms right now. New Hamptons. I know what Waukon's look like. But New Hamptons, they're all right. Red helmet, white pants. They do have a couple. Man, am I crazy? New Hampton must have been huge. There's an article from the Waterloo Cedar Falls Courier. Pella ends New Hampton's playoff run, 30-21. What in the world? Like, what? I mean, I guess 2A wasn't that far away, but these old uniforms of New Hampton look really good, but yeah, give me Walk-Ons. I like their orange and black.
Honestly, closer than I thought. I'm looking at these photos, but I'm going to go with Walk-On.
Man, I didn't know New Hampton used to be like that.
I think orange and black's pretty sick.
Orange and black is pretty sick. Unless you're going against Grinnell, which poor Williamsburg.
My trippers are not many college teams with black and orange,
No, not many.
which I feel like is slept on. Like,
The only one I can think of right now off the top of my head is Oregon State. So
yeah, and they have sick unis. So
yeah.
pick it up.
So we'll both go. I'm going with Waukon. You going with Waukon?
Yep.
Okay. Class 1A, 5-2 Denver versus 4-3 Dyke New Hartford. Let's hurry this along. We're going a little long here tonight, but 5-2 Denver, 4-3 Dyke New Hartford. As much as I liked Denver, and they were a dome pick of mine, they're just slipping here against teams that they need to beat, and they're facing a really good defense, and I think Dyke New Hartford gets away here.
Yeah, I like Dyke New Hartford. It is at Denver. I don't know if that sways you, but this Dyke New Hartford defense has been legit. I think they have the ability to kind of slow down Micah Greer, so I'm going to rock with Dyke New Hartford in this one. As for unis,
I'm going to go Denver. I like the all maroon.
Yeah, I was also, I think, about to go Denver. I need to double check.
Dyke New Hartfords are pretty straightforward. It's the simple blue helmet, usually blue top, and then white bottom. Or they go blue pants sometimes.
Yeah, once again, I'm just not a fan of that blue color.
Yeah.
It's like a weird blue. So
Paul doesn't like a certain shade of blue. Let's get that.
Yeah, it is. It just gives me a weird vibe. Yeah, give me Denver.
Number 5, Wilton takes on number 6, Regina. This one's pretty simple. I'm done doubting Wilton. I think this is a good game, though. Like, Wilton has to be careful. The biggest thing I'm worried about is that you're really high off of last week. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, we did it. We finally, we proved our worth, everything else. Well, guess what? Regina's next, and it's not going to be easy again. Regina barely lost to West Branch, and Regina's still pretty good. I'm going to go with the Beavers, though. I think Wilton gets the job done. Main reason, they're really good on the ground, and I looked at the weather.
Yeah, that is very true there. I'm actually going to flip. I'm going to go Regina. Okay. I think there's a hangover. I think that was like a statement win that honestly people weren't really expecting because the conversation all year has been about how bad their schedule's been.
In Regina?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's at Wilton. So
okay. I mean, who knows how much that matters, but
yeah, it doesn't. High school games, I tend to not really.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We're gonna be different on that one. Yep. I'm gonna go Regina's jerseys because I've seen them at State for so many years, and I've seen them in person. They go matte blue helmets instead of like a normal blue. I love the dark blue and the like real gold. I think it just looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Wilton does have that gold trim. I did see in that picture that we used. They do have like kind of a gold trim on their stuff, but yeah, give me Wilton or Regina on the uniform side.
Yeah.
4-3 South Hardin takes on number 10, 5-2 Columbus Catholic. Statistically, Paul, this game looks like it could be interesting, but I'm gonna roll with Columbus Catholic. Is Columbus Catholic 6-1? I think I might have that wrong.
5-2.
5-2. One of their losses is to Grundy Center. This game might be closer. I'm gonna go with the upset. I think South Hardin gets past Columbus Catholic. I like the South Hardin rushing attack here a little bit more.
All right, I'm gonna stick with Columbus Catholic here, and the main thing for me is they put up a great fight against Grundy Center. It was a close game. South Hardin just didn't do that. So I'm gonna rock with Columbus Catholic here.
I'm looking up South Hardin's uniforms.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
because I don't. Oh, is that really their uniform? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's like an all gray with like a black helmet and then like red striping. Okay, that's really nice. All right, now time to look at Regina or Columbus Catholic. I think I know roughly what these guys are. Any thought? Did you look at South Hardin's?
There's no way that's South Hardin, right? They kind of have sick unis.
It's the all gray with like the red.
But they also have no, that's West Branch in that picture. I was going to say that's West Branch unis. There's no way that's unis. Yeah, I see it. Interesting.
I'm gonna go with South Hardin here.
Yeah, I must go with that too. Green and white's a weird.
Well, and Columbus Catholic went like with a white helmet. It's always a white helmet, and then it's a black top with green pants. Now, granted, they have all greens, but I'll go with South Hardin. Sweet. Jump down to Class A. 6-1 Maquoketa Valley takes on 6-1 Starmont. Lane McShane versus Anthony King, two of the best names in the running back game. Someone paged Dr. Seuss. That was a bar. I hope you know that. That was an absolute bar. This is a good one. Two very good teams. One of them's going to win the district championship. Don't even try the who did they beat, who did they lose to, because it's so confusing because that district's a mess. Give me the Starmont Stars to take down Maquoketa Valley. I am on board the Anthony King train.
Oh my God, I have no idea. This game's weird. I'm gonna go Starmont as well. But
no Lane McShane love?
Scares me. Yeah, he could drop like 200 yards this game. Scary
Good thing for Maquoketa, they already played in a Mud Bowl last week, so why not? What's another Mud Bowl?
Run it back. At
Starmont has a little bit better opponent record. They're 2-1 against teams above 500. Maquoketa is 1-1 against teams.
You were right about this being confusing. Like,
read it off. Read what you're looking at.
Starmont got blanked by Northland. Maquoketa Valley beat Northland. East Buchanan beat Maquoketa Valley 39-21. Starmont beat East Buchanan 46-0.
It just doesn't make any sense. You're like, what? Yeah. I told you this is a fun game. Give me Starmont. We're both going with Starmont. Though, give me Maquoketa Valley in the uniform game.
Yeah, me as well. I'm with you.
Beautiful helmet. The cursive cats on the side. Last week, I think, was it gray? What was it last week?
I think
last week it was a really good, I just like I've said, I've liked the black and gold. Starmonts aren't quite as caught up, I think, in the uniform category. But I really like what they got going. Yeah, it's like an all black with the yellow. Yeah, give me Maquoketa Valley easily.
Yeah.
Number one, I don't know why I threw this on here. Number one, St. Ansgar takes on Lake Mills. I mean, it's
record wise, you'd think this is like
this is a great game record wise. Give me St. Ansgar.
Yep.
Now the question is, do they beat them more than West Hancock beat them?
Oh, we're doing score watching.
Oh no. I will say I think Lake Mills takes the uniform category here.
I'm gonna have to check Lake Mills.
Oh gosh. It's like a purple, but it's a good purple, except they go all purple with like gold numbers, I think. So I give the advantage to Lake Mills.
Oh, yeah, these are cool.
St. Ansgar, just a little bland, just kind of white and red.
Which is just so dominant.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Thing to do. But.
Red and white might be the most popular color combination in the state, now that I think about it. Yeah. It's up there.
Yep.
So we're both taking St. Ansgar in that, and then we're taking Lake Mills in the uniform combination.
Yep.
4-3, ICAM Manning takes on 6-1 Logan Magnolia. Someone asked this week about Logan Magnolia. Are they legit? I think they are, but they still don't have easy games here the rest of the way. I like them to win this game, but I think it'll be a little bit closer than you think.
Yeah, I like Logan Magnolia in this one, but I kind of think it will be okay. I don't know. It's at Logan Magnolia. The big thing is just how big does the weather play factor. And Logan Magnolia is so much better at running the ball than ICAM Manning. Almost 1,000 more yards than them this season. So
let's look. ICAM Manning uniforms. I know what Logan Magnolias are. ICAM Manning is all black with green striping. Oh, gosh. I mean, it's all right. That's not terrible.
It's all right.
I'll go Logan Magnolia.
Just
a hair. Well. Just a hair.
Not the best matchup.
I'll go Logan Magnolia by just a hair. All right, last one. This episode's been everywhere. Ironically, I told you we won't go over to an hour and 10 minutes. We're not going to, but we're going to get pretty dang close. That's what happens when we talk uniforms. Next week, we think we're going to do stadiums, maybe. Yeah. I'm going to have a game for you to play next. I'm going to do it next Wednesday. I'm going to write down school names that I think are hard for you to pronounce, and we're going to have you guess or try to say the school name.
It's fraud, Blake. It's fraud.
It's content, baby. But it'll be a learning game because most of them you probably won't know, and then I'll tell you, and then you'll be like, okay. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have some fun. All right, 8-player, 5-2 Baxter takes on 6-1 Audubon. I doubted Audubon earlier this season. I'm not going to do it again. The Wheelers have a really good running attack. Baxter has a really good passing attack. But Baxter's defense is not quite as good as that Audubon defense.
Yeah, I'm going to lean Audubon here mainly because weather is a big factor here, and they've got 2,000 rushing yards on the ground with almost 7 yards a carry. And they also beat up on they beat up on Glidden Ralston.
Glidden Ralston, yep.
And Baxter had problems with that game. So
I will give the uniform to Baxter, though.
yeah,
Baxter has really good all black uniforms with like a matte, and their purple is a light purple. It's like a Barney purple in a way, but it works. It's like a good purple. So I give Baxter the advantage there.
Yeah, with you.
Southeast Warren takes on number 2 Bedford. This one, Bulldogs just trying to keep it rolling. I think Southeast Warren, maybe earlier in the year, this would have been a better game, but I think Bedford's really picked it up. I'm just excited to watch this team. I hope they make it to the Dome because I want to watch them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. I like Bedford here as well, mainly because, I play this game all the time. They beat Lennox 41-30.
That's the big one.
And Southeast Warren lost 60-18 again, so that's not even particularly close. So I'm going to rock with Bedford here as well.
I will say I'm going to confirm. I think Southeast Warren wins this uniform matchup, though, because in the one time that I've seen Bedford this year, like the pictures, it wasn't like it's a pretty standard white helmet, blue and whatever. Southeast Warren, has a really good green, and then they have like a tan striping down the side. I've just always liked their colors.
I'm out on Bedford's unis. Hate to say it. Southeast Warren.
Give me Southeast Warren. I also have a cool logo on the side. That's nice.
Yeah.
Last one, Moravia takes on BGM. What's the over-under on this game, Paul?
200.
Hey, maybe. Honestly, it probably will be. It's going to be a 50-40 game. I'm going to go with Moravia just because of their defense a little bit more, but I still think it's going to be way high scoring.
Wow. Both these teams just beat up on Melcher Dallas.
No, hey, we don't have to bring Melcher Dallas into this. Come on.
I'm sorry.
What was the combined score?
It was, God, Math Pod, 80-0 and then 98-0.
Okay, well,
that's 178, I believe.
All right. Good to know there. But yeah, so I'm going to go with Moravia. But BGM, keep an eye on these guys. Quarterback's only a sophomore. Yeah, keep an eye.
I'm going to go with Moravia as well. But
I'm going to look up Moravia's uniforms one more time. Not one more time. I'm just going to see because I don't think I've seen them this year. Oh, gosh. That is not the blue that I thought they were.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's ugly. I'm sorry. BGM.
Their logo is a dark blue. Where are they getting that blue?
Dude, they're both the disgusting blue.
Oh, my God.
Man, this color of blue. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a plastic blue.
We can't even use Atomo photos anyway because we can't. So, we can't use Atomo Courier photos. They won't let us. And then we just, I guess I'll go BGM. But why is Moravia make them darker blue? Why are they light blue?
Dark blue is so much better than light blue.
Yeah.
Never gotten why that's even.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Chiefs are up 16-0 over my Broncos. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but that's all we got. We hope everyone enjoyed the uniform portion of today's broadcast. It was Paul and I were like, we need to do something different, so we threw in the uniform combos. Well, we got a lot more coming up. We're going to talk about some of the top games of the year next week. Well, first week after the regular season, and then we'll talk about a ton more playoff stuff. I'm excited. It's going to be a wet, rainy night, but I think we'll have pretty good games.
Yep. I'm excited as well.
You watching my game?
Oh, yeah, I will. Next week, too. PK podcast back.
There you go. You and Jack just going together, or what are you doing?
Yep. Plan on posting every single score. That'll be me because I carry and Jack sucks.
So what? I lose you for Friday night?
No, you don't.
Are we collabing on some of them?
Yeah.
Okay. That works.
It'll be the new final score graphic too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
new final score graphic debut. So
yep.
All right. That's all I got. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the pod. Enjoy your football Friday. We will be back on Monday. Have a good week 8.